General Durrani, would India be doing the moderates in Pakistan a favor if it does strike, if it does carry out a surgical strike against those whom the Pakistani government seems to be unable to act against?
I think first of all, India will have to decide what would be the political objective of carrying out any military action. If it believes that some strike would serve it politically, maybe because of the pressure from inside, then it can take its decision as to what type of a military operation it wants to undertake. As far as the effect on Pakistan is concerned, let me also agree with the Air Marshal to start with that one is not looking for that option to start with. One does want to, look at so many other avenues that are available to us and ultimately come to a stage where we think that we can do things much better, maybe under a military threat environment, but what is it that one will be able to do in Pakistan considering the political situation within Pakistan and the sentiments and the pressure here. And then, of course, there is also another problem that comes in, that once you get onto the military path, then one either is quite sure that we'll be able to contain the conflict, we will be able to manage it with below a certain threshold, or would it get out of control? And here let me at this stage only add one other factor because of which Pakistan, I think, remains under pressure in the present environment, and that is the situation in on the western side. And because of that, one is not actually looking for a two-front confrontation. So these are those big elements that one has to be looking at. But let me also say that wars do have unintended consequences also take place. But one effect it will create, which will probably be not entirely beneficial for Pakistan, but it has certain gains. That once a situation like that arises, then it gives the country a chance to forget about some of its internal conflict, unify the people, the governments become serious, and some of the other things that they are postponing, they have to be undertaken.
General Shankar Rai Chaudhary, can we contain a conflict? Because Pakistan's red lines, Pakistan always, I'm sure General Durrani will agree with me, Pakistan always pulls out this red line. It's a nuclear red line which it draws. It hasn't used that phrase very clearly, but it's obviously a nuclear red line it draws. Now, during Parakram, during Operation Vijay, it never went nuclear. My question to you is this: can the surgical strike quickly, cleanly happen, and what will it achieve? Can it be contained?
Firstly, I am not very clear about this word surgical strike, because there has been such a lot of rhetoric about this. Whatever surprise element there should be in a military surgical strike has gone by now. So what I want to understand myself, that the rhetoric coming out of Delhi, the policy statements by our leadership, when they say all options are available, by implication it means the military action option is also available. So what would be the objectives of a military campaign or a military strike?
Okay.
Because a strike has every chance of escalating into a war, and we better be clear about our intentions, because this is going to be a two-sided conflict.
Right. But that's very clear. Now, Kuldeep Nair, all of this talk, and you have led in the past so many movements. You've said let there be understanding on both sides. Let there be people-to-people cooperation. Let's dissolve the borders in a spirit of brotherhood. But the atmosphere has changed, Mr. Nair. Wouldn't you agree now? The atmosphere has changed to a great extent where there is serious talk. It's the government. It's the government which is saying we keep the option open, which is building a large amount of a diplomatic coercion almost on Pakistan, feeling it's the opportunity to really make Pakistan walk the talk.
I agree with you that atmosphere has changed. Now imagine me, for the last 60 years I have been trying to do all kinds of things to see that India and Pakistan have good relations. So I suddenly find that my all asset has disappeared and I shall have to restart again, and I am not left very much with my life. My point is, all the generals have said that, even general from Pakistan side, that war is no option. They have said so, that what destruction, what would happen, or one strike will lead to another, and something. So let us start talking on some other ground that war is no option. And when any politician from here says that all options are open, I don't think he is among the people who really have fought wars. They know what the war is, what it means. As far as already I am seeing Foreign Minister Qureshi says, we are all ready, as if we are just, there is a bugle has to be blown, yes, and everybody is involved. I think both sides, people are irresponsibly talking about war, so the war is no. But what else we would do if suppose we were to push again into the war? There is a very small, weak, democratic government has come there. Now again we go back to the same Fauji Raj, that would happen. I think India should try to see that if we can help this democratic government to come up. But for that, this democratic government would also have to do something.
But Mr. Nair, you know, I personally have the highest respect for your experience, and no one in this country will doubt what you have done, Kuldeep Nair, especially towards India-Pakistan relations.